Okay, so Five Nights of Freddy's was obviously a huge box office success. Went in with a budget of $20 million, and in terms of box office revenue, over $285 million has been earned thus far. This is a film that was distributed by Universal Pictures, directed by Emma Tammy, and yeah, I mean the plot for this film was actually pretty good in terms of being grounded in reality, having a dark backstory, um, having Mike as the main character, and all these bad things happen to him back to back, and then having to deal with treachery from Jane, who basically tries to you know, get him, canned from his job or whatever. And and then, seeing how the animatronic mascots pretty much were like pretty much like children who were basically murdered and their souls were hidden inside them. That was pretty dark in of itself. And then you have the main villain, William Afton, who was basically a serial killer who killed like six people or whatever. Um, Pretty much having his daughter Vanessa turn and kill him was a surprising twist on things. But but yeah, I feel like the way this movie was done and directed and all that stuff, it was one that was really exciting. It was really dark, but at the same time, it was PG-13. I feel like if this film was rated R, um, the ending would have been more tragic or darker or whatever, but it is what it is. And like you look at the Five Nights, video game series has been around since 2014, and it's been like almost a decade, and I think there's been like 9 installments since the series started. And with the box office success of Five Nights and Freddy's, I do feel that the survival horror is definitely making a comeback, and more people are leaning towards that particular genre in terms of preference, because it's something that it can really get into, because I don't think the survival genre, or sorry, the survival horror genre has ever been more popular than it is right now. Because you look at like some of the games that have come out recently, like Alan Wake 2 and the Resident Evil 4 remake. I mean, we've been getting remakes for like older Resident Evil games since 2020. We got the Resident Evil 2 remake, then we got 3 remake, and recently we got 4. And we're supposed to be getting a new Silent Hill film sometime next year. Um, I believe we're supposed to be getting a new Silent Hill game sometime in the future, and that hasn't been announced just yet. We're supposed to be getting the Silent Hill 2 remake sometime in the future, and obviously this is all pointing to like a resurgence in terms of popularity within the survival horror genre, because it seemed like people can't get enough of it, and understandably so, because obviously first person shooter genre is not as popular as it once was. RPGs and action adventure is still popular, but at the same time I still feel like um they're not quite as popular as they were a couple of years ago, like during like the late teens. Right now, and I would say like games like God of War Ragnarok and Marvel Spider-Man 2 are like exceptions, but like the survival horror genre is only going to increase in terms of popularity. And the reason I know that is because you look at the games that's supposed to be coming up soon. You look at the films that's supposed to be coming out in the future. In fact, this particular film for this particular film is actually supposed to be getting a sequel sometime in the future, and based on what we know, the sequel is currently in pre-production. So obviously, they like already knew that this film was going to be big, and they knew it was going to be a massive success. And the thing about the sequel for Five Nights at Freddy's, we have no idea when it's going to happen, but we do know that this particular film is already available on Peacock, even though it just came out. So it is what it is. And I do feel like this film is going to go down as one of the better supernatural horror films of the 2020s decade. Um, Looking at things about a decade from now.